Hello, this is Ronnie. I recorded a brief introduction to my service and I walk you around my website and I show you, for example, what I did today, because the clip that you see usually is really just a brief clip of a much longer video that I record 5 times per week. And I want you to be introduced to that aspect of my work to see if it is of interest to you. So in case you are interested, please stay on. After the clip ends, I'll be talking to you again. All the best. Bye. Gold, and I told you I have a new wave count for you in gold, and if I'm on the right track, this is truly exciting. We start from here. Why? Well, when I was analyzing the AGY and XAU, I saw that in both cases the wave count that is reasonably clear started from this spot right here. And I was saying to myself, what if I apply the same thing to gold? I will end up with 5 legs like that, and that will be a second. That was the problem all along in the case of the interpretation here, at least as far as I'm concerned, in the interpretation of gold, because of the correction did not deliver a crystal clear structure. It looked like a triangle and it was pushing, if you like, things, at least in my mind, to take this as a 4th wave. But when you examine the structure in AGY and in XAU, you see that it was clearly marking the end of the first leg, and that was a 2nd wave correction. It's not out of question to apply it here, and if we do, we end up with a 1, 2, and believe it or not, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. So that is, if you like, the same structure that we have just examined in AGY and in XAU. And as far as I can see, gold would, the chart goes with that fairly well. You can see the 50 moving average on the weekly, which is always, that's the daily, which is important. You can see the 200. It is safely in a major uptrend. Okay, now let's go and see the hourly. So suppose I'm right, and suppose this is indeed a 1-2, which is now telling us that we are going to witness almost non-stop rise in gold and silver. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 done. A correction could take it down to 32.10, and this chart says that should be a buying opportunity. Yeah, if you go down to 32.10, that's your first chance to enter in this what could be a non-stop move to higher ground on the weekly or the monthly scale. Again, no promises. I'm just sharing with you what I see in terms of the pattern, and let's see what the Fibonacci will tell us here. Going down to the 4th wave level, roughly it's 0.382. I think if we do go as low as 31.70, it'll lean on the 50% retracement plus the support that you got here. If this market is very strong, it's not going to do that. It's not going to do that. We might even find that it will just go for the 0.23, meaning just hitting 32.77. It'll just stay in a tight range like that. Yes, markets that are very, very strong, you know, they draw for you a beeline like that. They do that. Yeah, they do that. So I will not be shocked if gold will do that. In short, you get the message. Gold is in a hyper bullish situation and it looks explosive. As much as gold is looking explosive, silver is not going to be left behind. Silver is equally very, very exciting. And coming up from the bottom here, which I don't think we're going to revisit now, we have what looks like an A, B, C, or a 1, 2, 3. And this is going to clarify fairly soon. And I'm going to show you the weekly. Let's go to the weekly. And in the case of silver, I'm now settled, if you like, my preference my preference that ties in with the chart of AGI, XAU and gold. All of them, if you take the departure line of this major rally right here, that is October 2023, they all sort of fall nicely into more or less the same pattern. Silver does have a different wave count. In my opinion, could be to some extent saying the big explosion is only starting now in silver. Gold is already gone, yeah? Gold is already gone, is flying, but silver, as you know, hasn't really broken above overhead resistance here. It is still right here. And that is the reason why I'm showing you the potential that we are still in a maze of ABC, etc. Otherwise, I would say this is one. Starting from here, we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1, that's 2. This will be confirmed in my mind. That will be absolutely confirmed once we fly through the roof here. And we do that possibly in the next 2-3 weeks. We don't spend around here, spend time here for 2 months. No, that will revert, if you like, revert the wave count into taking this potentially as a fourth wave, what I'm showing you here, you see. So now that's my preferred reading. This is a 1-2. We're going straight up. The corrections are going to be brief and they're going to be for buying. Even now, when you think about silver at 32.41, it's probably a good buy. Depending what you're trading, if you are into trading very high leverage, you want to do your best, of course, to time it as much as you can. But here, for example, if this is a 1-2, that could be a 1-2. I might be wrong, and the third ended here, and that is your fourth, and that will be clear if it doesn't spend much time going lower here, but it just goes sideways, and then it pops, and that will be your third. So you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the big challenge of punching through the roof and flying through. If that happens in the next, as I said, in the next 2 weeks, we have a clear wave count to work with, and that's a very big deal. I think you appreciate. Okay, hello, this is Ronnie. Thank you for visiting my channel. I want to introduce you to a few things, and I want first to say, if you like the clip that I'm sharing with you, I would appreciate if you give me a thumbs up. It helps my channel. And we are here looking at my homepage of my website, and you're most welcome to come and visit my website and see if there is a service of interest to you. I have two types of services here: a daily service and a weekend service. I usually record 5 videos per week for the daily service, and on the weekend service I also share with you a lot of information twice a week. And we have also some videos in the archive that you can see. You can check and see how my thoughts have developed in the last few weeks, few months. And I want to actually log in right now to my website so you can see what I did today, just now. I finished to record that long video, and here I am logged in on the daily service, as you can see, and I've recorded in the last several days, yes, as usual. And this is right now I finished and I posted it, so my subscribers are looking, those are interested and already have time, they're already looking at that. And I want to show you the long list of markets that I have covered, and here it is. This is the video playing, and I will let it just start. Hello. And I'll stop it here, and I'm going to show you the long list of markets. So I have an introduction where I very briefly tell you of the major highlights of this video. If you are very busy, so the highlights help you to jump to the areas of interest to you. So here it is, today's video highlights. It's something like 1.5 minutes. And then I covered the currencies. This is the DX, the Euro, US dollar, the pound US dollar, US dollar Swiss, US dollar Japanese yen, Australian dollar US dollar, New Zealand dollar US dollar, then oil, Brent crude, light crude, and then the yields. For those who are interested in the bonds, very, very important market. The 10-year yields in the UK, the 30-year yields in the UK, long yields, the futures, yes, and then the 10-year yields in Germany, the Eurobond, the Euro Buchsel, that's a long bond of Germany, and then the notes in the US, ZT, that stands for the 2-year notes, ZB, that's the 30-year long bond in the US, ZN, that's the 10-year treasuries, ZF, 5-year treasuries, and then YT, that stands for the 3-year bonds in Australia. If you're interested in Australia, this is high-grade copper. Then we look at the metals, yes, high-grade copper, XAU, AGY, gold, silver, IBEX 35, that's the stock markets. Now that's Spain, that's Germany, the DAX, here's the EU SOX 50, here's Italy, MIB of Italy, the FTSE of the UK, the S&P 500, S&P Mini, S&P 400, EMD, that's the futures of the S&P 400, that's the Russell 2000 cash, here's the futures RTY, Sensex of Bombay of India. Then I look at the VIX, I look at Nvidia, I look at Apple, Microsoft, and finally I look at BTC US dollar and ETH US dollar. Now, concerning the stocks, I don't follow them every single video. I sometimes introduce different stocks, special situations. Nowadays, a market that is very hot is the rare earth market. There are some very, very interesting situations there that I shared with my subscribers recently. And here you are, you see, you get an overview of what I'm doing every time I record. Today, the whole thing took 53 minutes, 40 seconds. And you can take a lowly priced trial by going here, and you can see if that is of interest to you. After 7 days for the daily service, after 2 weeks for the weekend service, so you get a few videos, you see, and you make up your mind if you want to continue with me, or you are not interested, or it's not very useful to you. You see, I cover usually the hourly scale, and I also cover the long term, but sometimes when I record during the week, I don't follow the very long-term scale. I leave it usually to the weekend or the last videos of the week, okay, unless there is really a dramatic development. So that's about it. Don't hesitate to contact me. You can use Contact Us. If you have any questions, you just send me an email. Make sure that your email address is correct, otherwise I can't get back to you. And that's about it. I hope to see you visiting my website, and maybe get in touch and see if my service can be of help to you. All the best.